Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. The Quran asks us a very beautiful question. Have they not looked at the camel, how it was created? Now, when you look at the anatomy of a camel, it is an absolutely amazing creature. This has not come through evolution. This animal has been created. If you look at it from head to toe, the head of the camel or the face of a camel, it has got double eyelashes, right? Not a single row of eyelashes, it's got a double row of eyelashes. Two above and two below. So when the eyes close, it locks like how your two hands of your fingers are locking together with each other. And we know that deserts are very famous for dust storms, and you don't want those dust particles to get into the eye. How did the camel know that it must have two rows of eyelashes and not one row of eyelashes? This is not through evolution, this is through intelligent design. A supreme creator has created a camel, and that is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you look at the hump on the camel's back, the hump has got enough fat in there so that fat can be used for energy reserves if the animal is stuck in a desert or has got to go through a long journey. And because of that hump on the back of a camel, the camel can go 3 to 4 weeks without any water, yet carrying a very heavy baggage, 100 kilograms on its back and trekking through the desert itself. A camel has got an amazing ability to adapt to various environments, and when it comes to finding a source of water, it can drink 100 or 200 liters within 10 minutes. It replenishes its stores of water amazingly fast. Whereas other animals, if they do that, including human beings, you will have your brain cells swelling up and bursting, and you can go into a coma. And that is why we always, as doctors, we suggest to our patients that if you go on to a date to the golf course and you're playing in the hot sun and you're thirsty, don't just gulp the water down. Take it in slow sips. If you're going to gulp it down very fast, your brain cells are going to swell up and you can go into a state of unconsciousness or dizziness and so on, right? Whereas camels can do that. Their body, their physiology is absolutely amazing. In addition to that, the knees of the camel have got very, very thick calluses that with that they can put their knees down onto the hot burning sand and they don't get damaged. In addition to that, the feet of the camels are very broad, like as if it's snowshoes. Because you must remember, this desert sand is very soft. So they don't have sharp hooves like a donkey or a horse or a mule. Their feet are actually broad, like as if they're walking on snowshoes to give them better balance and positioning. And in addition to that, the mouths of camels, it's so amazing. It is so tough. The lips are so tough and the tongue is so tough. That means that any other animal will not be able to find anything to eat in the desert. But a camel can even go to a plant that has got full of thorns, and it will start chewing those thorns and swallowing those thorns, and it won't even get harmed by those thorns. Absolutely amazing. How did these camels come about like this? It is through a creator supreme. A camel has been specially designed to survive in the desert and to help human beings to travel through the desert. And another amazing feature is the camel knows when the sun is shining and in which direction. So whenever the camel has to stop for a rest, it will turn its entire body so it has a very small area of shadow around it. So the least amount of sun falls onto it. And this amazing creature, that is why it is known as the ship of the desert. Absolutely amazing. And who created it? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created this amazing, amazing camel. And that is why so many places in the Quran keeps us asking us questions. Look at that, look at that. Look at the stars, look at the sky, look at the atmosphere, look at the camel, look at the elephant, look at the horse. Look at how everything has been created. In fact, elsewhere in the Quran also encourages us to say, look at a mosquito. And the Quran gives a challenge that the scientists themselves will not even be able to create a small, tiny mosquito. Forget an elephant. They can't create an elephant. They can't create a human being. Forget everything else. They can't even create a small little mosquito. This is what the Quran is saying. Yet there are some people who are deceived by the evolutionists and the neo-Darwinists, and they are trying to push their own agenda to remove God from the equation of life. And that is why you find in some Western countries, they are actually forcing the education system to teach Darwinism and to teach these teachings of Charles Darwin to try and remove God from the equation of life. But Darwinism has been proven to be a total failure. Yet there are people who've got a hidden agenda that are still trying to shove the wrong concept of Darwinism down the throat of children as they're growing up. And sadly, some children, very intelligent, very kind, very good people, they grow up as atheists because they don't see the need for a creator, because Darwinism has confused them, evolution has confused them. But if you have to look around us at the simple things created in the heavens and the earth, at the perfection and the order of everything, the way the earth and the way the planets are all orbiting in perfection, they're all spinning for billions and billions and billions of years, it is without a shadow of a doubt that a supreme creator exists with infinite knowledge and infinite intelligence. And we have been created by him. We did not come down from monkeys and apes and chimpanzees. We are more dignified than mere monkeys. So human beings are dignified creatures. And please remember, we have been created, human beings have been created, and it's a guarantee we're going to die, and it's a guarantee we'll be brought back to life again, and it's a guarantee that there will be a day of judgment. And especially if we read things like the Epstein files, and remember, the Epstein files is just a drop in the ocean. It's only the tip of the iceberg. There are thousands and millions of other people who are doing even worse things. They think they can get away with it, but that is why you need a day of judgment. The day of judgment is mainly for the criminals of the world. Because they think, and many people are asking the question, why hasn't anyone been arrested? Because the very wealthy elite at the top of the pyramid scheme, they control the judiciary, they control the governments, they control the politicians, they control the media, they control the entertainment industry, they control the education department. So they think that they can get away with it, but they will never get away with it when? On the day of judgment. So please remember, if you're curious about Islam, if you want to know more about Islam, then please don't delay. Get a copy of the Quran today. Stay well, look after yourself as we continue in the series of some of the amazing features that are found in the Quran. Many of these discoveries have only been discovered in the past 50 to 100 years. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.